Hello everyone, I've made this video to give you an idea of all the different ways that you can scrapbook. This is currently the ways that I do it at the moment. As you can see from what I'm flicking through, this is just a selection of all of the different ways that I currently scrapbook. Some of them I'm not very up to date with, like the one I've got there, which is the 6x8 Project Life. It's from 2015. This one is just a like WH Smith's kind of 8x8 scrapbook, and then I also have put my 12x12s in post-bound albums. My main way of scrapbooking is Smashbooks, which you can see I've got there. And then, as I said, this is the post-bound albums. I only recently started doing 12x12. The main way I do it, as I said, is in Smashbooks. Now I've got a variety of them. I've got mainly like the sort of medium-sized ones, which are kind of like A4 size. Then I've got a Smashbook Mini, which is here. It's about the size of your hand, so it's probably a little bit smaller than A5. They all come with printed pages. So as you can see, I use this one primarily for stuff that's really personal to me, and I don't want to look really narcissistic, so any pictures of myself that I like, this is where I would put them. Tickets for things all go in here, like stickers, random little bits and pieces. Generally, like as you can see, there's tickets there for shows and comedians. Little just pictures like selfies of myself. Anything like where I go to afternoon tea with a friend, that would go in here because it's more personal just to me. Each one has a pen loop, as you can see. Even the small ones have the pen with the glue in the end. These two, the one on the left is what I use for holidays and special events, and the one with the cream binder is my wedding one. So this one is what I use for holidays. As you can see, I do stick quite a lot in, and I try and get as much as I can. I use a lot of postcards. I put maps in, just lots of stuff to look at. It's quite a thick album, as you can see. They do get quite fat, and I need to get bands for them to keep them closed. This is my wedding album. So this one is more personal to me and my husband. I have done a flick through video of this, so I'll link it below for you. It's got lots of different things in, like photos, postcards, coins, tickets for different shows that we went to. I've done a lot more journaling in this one than what I would normally do. Got a balloon in the back. And then this one is our holiday one that we did when we went to Paris last year. I quite like it because they all have different coloured spines. And this one still has the pen in it, which I haven't used. And they're fine for writing with, but the glue isn't particularly great. They all have different patterns embossed into the front, so you could colour them in if you wanted to. So I've done the title page in this one. It's got a 6x4 card, and then I've just put what it's about. It's quite a thick album, I've got quite a lot in it. Front page here is just like the journey of where we were going, so I've got the tickets from the Eurostar, a little map page. I've included like a little streamer thing that was in a burger, a napkin from Planet Hollywood. I've used a carrier bag from one of the shops where we bought stuff, cut it out and stuck it in. I've got one of the medallion coins and a badge. I used a map from Disney to make a background, and I've just sort of cut my photos out to fit around it. I've done flip up pages, and as there, that little green thing was something that was stuck into our meal. But I do the photos so they flip out, and that way you fit a lot more in than what you would if you just stuck one or two. Again, there's a paper bag there that a cupcake came in. More flip up pages to maximise the space. Tickets. Got stickers and things stuck on there. Used a lot of like thickers and all different cards. There's a map there and a program. This is one of my favourite pages with Chip and Dale, but yeah, I've like edged the photos with washi tape so it gives you a little tab to pull them up with. I've used a card and a photo to make a pocket, and then I've put the full map into that pocket. Again, I've used a paper bag, which was what postcards came in. I've used that as a background because I really like the design of it. We've got a coin and a train ticket. And then we've got our Paris pass, which also fits into there. Got a map of the aquarium, so I've stuck that in so you can still pull it out, but then it's got photos behind it. Postcard there, which I've stuck photos onto the back of. Again, we've got one of those collectible medallion coins. A map, quite a thick map, which is from the bus open top bus tour, and the bus ticket in a little bag. More postcards, which I've used to write on the back of. More flip up pages. Most of the historic places you get little pamphlets with information, so I've looped string through them and tied it into the spiral bound bit in the middle. Another photo pocket. There you can see is where I've tied the string through, and then I've just looped, I've literally just slipped it in so you can still take it out and read it, but it's just another way of making an extra page. More map backgrounds. With Smashbooks, I find it's just about maximising your space. You can stick as much in it as you want, and you can collect all sorts of things. The other way I've been doing is, these are 8x8 scrapbooks which you can get from places like Paper Chase, WH Smith's. I got this one for my birthday from my mum, so I thought I'd use this to document my holiday to see my friend who lives in Dubai. I quite like this size because you can get a lot more on the pages, and I've managed to be able to stick coins and things in here still, lots of photos, but I've got more space to lay things out. Even got like a Cold Stone ice cream container that I've squashed and put in there. I mean, you can see the comparison here. Smashbook pages are like kind of A4, and this is a couple of inches bigger than that. So I'm still able to lay like more photos down and get much more space in there, which is quite good. You just need to find what way suits you. I've got like the paper bag from when I went to the aquarium, our wristband stuck in there. We've got, again, I've done flip up photos and I've written behind them with a white Signo pen. Skipped a page there because I got to print some more photos. Again, I've done the trick of putting string through and putting the leaflets in. I kind of like this way. I like the black pages. I like that you can stick things on. I find everything stands out a bit better. Got a paper bag there from GBK. So again, I really like this one. That one isn't finished. I've still got more to do in that. But you can see the size difference here. Another way I like to do is traveller's notebooks. Now this notebook is from Amy Tangerine when I went to her workshop. I like these for experimenting. I mean, I've stuck things in, like all of my small photos. Like I've got a lot of Instax photos from the printer that I got for Christmas. So I've like stuck tickets from my husband when he went to see a rugby game. I've got receipts for dinner and pictures of us. When I had a day with my cousins, I got them to do handprints in there and put their photos in. I've just messed about with loads of washi tape and a big stamp that I had. Again, there's like a little envelope that I had that I stuck in with a business card in. More Instax photos. It's just a really cute way of like doing stuff quickly. Like you can do stuff in the traveller's notebooks that take like 10 minutes. So it's really handy to do, and they can get really thick. I don't take mine out and about with me, it just stays at home. This is my project life. This is a 6x8 album, and it's a simple stories album, and all of the inserts are primarily simple stories. Some of them are Becky Higgins, but I don't rate the quality of theirs. I've had cards for months, and then what I do is I do layouts based on things I did that month. It's not every week, it's not every day, it's just if I did interesting things that month, it gets put in. It's very photo heavy and not so much journaling. I have got to go back through this and finish it because I haven't done a lot of journaling. And then you've got like Insta Pocket pages where you get little 2x2 prints, which I think is quite fun, and also 6x8 pages. So I like to get a full 6x8 photo in there because I find that it's just nice to have a big photo as you're flicking through. I managed to get a whole year in one album quite easily because I just limit the amount of photos I put in, but because I do a few different varieties of scrapbooking, like I can get my December. A lot of people do December daily, I don't, but I can fit most of what I did in December in here, including like tickets for things. I'll just cut everything down to fit in the pockets. December's my favourite bit of this album, to be honest, because it just looks really colourful. I find that quite hard to do though, whereas pages like these 12x12s I've only started doing recently, and I'm finding them quite freeing because you've got a lot of space to be a bit more creative. So these are a flick through some of the things that I've done recently. Some of them were done at the Amy Town workshop that I did, like these ones you're looking at now. But the post-bound albums, you can get them from places like WH Smith's or online. They're just big albums. I've got a few of them left over at home. So these are all the different ways that I currently scrapbook. You've got post-bound albums, smash books, 6x8, traveller's notebooks. There's all different ways of doing it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you.